You're so.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Smith,
You crack me up.
aka the Tallest Man Comedy. I'm here with my co-host of One Last Question, Kerri Bemis, aka the Paparazzi Hottie.
Yes. Well, immediately you stole my first question. Was what is your name? But what's your full name?
Jason Edward Smith.
Okay. So I'm interviewing you tonight.
Yes, you are.
All right. So that was my first question. Spoiler alert for you. You already gave it away. All right. So how old are you?
I'm 45.
45. You don't look 45.
Well,
How
you're
old
so
do you
sweet.
you don't? How old do you think you look? Honestly, how old do you think you look?
38.
Yeah. Nah, I think you look younger than that. But you think you look 38.
Yes.
Oh, how old do you feel?
It depends on what time it is and what's going on in my life. Sometimes I do feel old. Other times I feel very young. It just depends on what's going on.
Can you give me an average?
Uh, I would say on average, I feel older than 30, but younger than 40 on average. I don't usually feel 45, no.
Hmm. Okay. Um, what color are your eyes?
They are green.
They are green. They are green. They're very beautiful too. They're kind
You're
of like a
sweet.
crystally type of green. They really are. They're like a lighter type of green.
Why, thank you.
They sparkle. All right. And what do you do for a living?
I am a warehouse lead at Pride Delivery and Installation. So they deliver and install appliances and they deliver cabinets for people's kitchens and whatnot.
Mm,
And I manage the warehouse crew to receive the stuff in, make sure everything that's supposed to be there is there, and then stage the stuff for delivery and make sure the stuff that's going out is everything that's supposed to go out.
how long have you worked there?
It'll be a year on June 19th.
Yeah. You seem to like it. I mean, I live with you, so I think you seem to like it overall.
I do like it. I'm very good at it, and it keeps me very busy. So my workday goes by very quick,
Hmm.
which is I feel you either want it to go by really quick because you're always busy, or you want to have a ton of downtime where you can just like do whatever you want and get paid for it. Like you don't really want the in between where there's kind of work but kind of not, and then I'd rather have the day go by really quick or have the freedom to do push-ups and get paid for it. So my last job was with U-Haul, and I got to do paid to do push-ups and work the ab wheel, and not all the time, but there was definitely a couple hours a day where I could do that. And then this job, I'm crazy busy, so the day goes by really quick, which is, I guess, try to look on the positive for whatever job you have, I guess.
Sure. Do you have tattoos?
I do.
How many?
I have 6 on my back. I have the 5 mana symbols from Magic the Gathering
Hmm.
and a yin yang tattoo with hearts instead of dots that I got with you.
Hmm.
And then on my chest, I have the Superman shield on my left side and the 4 suits of cards on my right.
And you're missing one.
Oh, and I have the Nirvana, the word Nirvana, same as how it was with the musical band on their T-shirts on my left forearm, and I have the Wheel of Time emblem on my right forearm.
There you go. You got a lot of tattoos. Can you show your Nirvana one if you don't mind?
No,
If you
no,
don't,
no.
if you don't want to, it's fine. Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, yeah, there you go. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. And it hasn't faded. It's all black. It's gorgeous. Thank you. So, you know why? So, Nirvana is obviously like your favorite band or one of your favorites, let's say.
No, they're my favorite band.
You got a tattoo
Haven't
too.
released anything in a while. The Bums.
Say it again.
They haven't released anything in a while. The Bums, but they're my favorite band.
Right. Yeah. And it was my one of mine too, which is one of the things we connected with, right? So I get it, it made me think like, okay, so like I go through like, I like Nirvana. I'm on Facebook and I do those like fan groups, right? Uh
Mm-hmm.
Nirvana, Courtney Love, Marilyn Manson. Do you do any of those fan groups on like Instagram or Facebook or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So a lot of the times I see people be like, yeah, this is like Marilyn Manson, and I've liked him since this time. And people are like, yeah, well, you suck because I knew him that, or I knew listened to him that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? I always think it's amazing. It's like, why do you think people latch? I get why they latch onto these groups and these people and
Mm-hmm.
these famous people because it makes you feel it connects, right? But, like, why is it that, like, people what do you think? Why is it that, like, people have to, like, be like, "Well, no, I'm the bigger fan. I'm a bigger fan than you." What do you
I
think
don't.
that is?
I'm
Like,
not.
seriously.
I'm not sure where exactly that comes from. Um, if I
Just
had
like
to guess, I would say it parallels somewhat with people that are like super fans of like sports teams, in
well,
that
this
they
is what I'm thinking.
derive a happiness from something that this, they find meaning with this band or this sports team, and it makes them happy, and that means that they're devoted to how great they are. And if they feel they have a very fierce devotion to this thing, then they can't conceive that someone would have a higher level of devotion. So they got to try to pull rank and be like the number one whatever
Right,
fan.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
R
I
right.
honestly think there might be something missing in their life, that they don't have the happiness in their life that they would wish. So they kind of latch on to this thing, and
Mhm.
then they can derive their happiness through this thing's success, or like, you know what I'm saying? So it still kind of becomes about them, but it also becomes about them not having to look at like, I'm 45 and I'm living in one bedroom. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to
Mhm.
focus on their life. They can focus on what their team's doing, what their band's doing, what, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's like a distraction.
I do. I do, and I think that's great because listen, I'm guilty of those feelings. Absolutely. Like, I can run down, like, oh my god, like, I was talking to, like, a friend of mine, like, we were talking about Poison. It was, like, the first group that I liked when I can tell you the freaking history of Poison up and down, right?
Yeah.
I totally I get that shit. I've gotten that way with Nirvana, right? Courtney Love, same thing, right? Whole. I've never outwardly, like, been like, "Yeah, well, I know this, and you don't know. Have you ever had this?" But I'm older, so, like, the whole, like, internet thing, whatever didn't happen, but I've had those thoughts, like,
Yeah.
"You don't know shit." Like, "Oh, if you don't have you?"
No, I don't,
Never.
no, I don't. I've never joined a fan group. I've never written a
Oh,
fan letter to an actor or director. Even if their
oh,
work really spoke to me, I thought,
oh.
on the one hand, I'm kind of a nobody. Like, what do they care what I think? And then on the other hand, I was like, it's kind of like they know they did a good job. Like, what is my fan letter gonna do? They don't need to hear from me. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just appreciate the art. I don't really fixate on the artist, or at least I try not to. I appreciate the actual art rather than trying to like So if you saw the Stones when they were nobodies and Jagger wasn't the lead singer yet, like that doesn't mean anything. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Like it's kind of irrelevant. You're either successful or you're not. If you were a fan before me, what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
I can understand like the physical act of not like typing it out and putting it out there or saying the words to someone. I can understand that because that's what I've done. I've never once like done that. I've never once even said, "Well, you don't know," because whatever, who cares? But you've never even had that feeling where someone said something about Kurt Cobain or Nirvana, and you knew they were wrong, and you didn't correct them.
No, no. If I'm just in a conversation with somebody and they were to like say something that I felt was wrong, I would point out in a nice way, like, well, agree to disagree. Like, I don't really think that's what was going on, But it's not like there's no vitriol. It's not like I'm angry at the guy. His part of Kurt Cobain's whole appeal was he was the farthest thing from a saint. He was not someone that like, how dare you insult him? Like he was all out there. Here I am. I'm not good enough, but
Hmm.
here I am. This is what I got.
Yeah, I guess what I'm asking, maybe I'm not articulating it correctly, is like if someone to be like, oh well, oh, Kurt did this song, and maybe like I don't know what your level of knowing like dates. People are like so into that shit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they did this album in 1993, and that right. So like, have you ever been that type of fan where like someone says something like, "Oh well, it was released in this date," and you knew it wasn't released in that date? Like, do you know the dates? Like, this is what I'm saying. Do you know the dates, like when stuff was released, or when this person entered the band, and or you know what I mean? And
No,
if
I don't.
someone were wrong, I'm sorry, if someone were wrong, are you compelled? Like, have you ever been like, well, actually, it wasn't 1994, it was 1992?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know when some of their albums were released, um, but I don't. In my life experience, it's not really. It doesn't get you anywhere to point out that someone's wrong and correct them.
Mm,
They rarely graciously just go, "Oh, really? Oh, okay. I guess I was wrong." It becomes into like they don't want to admit they were wrong, or it becomes a whole thing. It's just I'm not saying I would never correct someone about something that they were wrong about, but I'm just saying,
mhm,
being 45, I've learned there's no like way you win. Like you don't win. So you Google it and you show them on your phone, and then they're embarrassed that you corrected them. So that's not really a win because now they resent the fact that you pointed out they were wrong.
mhm,
It's better to just let them say whatever, like, oh yeah, right on, and then just walk away and talk to somebody else at the party. Like it's not.
mhm. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I really do. I was just wondering because I come across that a lot because these stupid fan groups I'm in, like The Cure, and people are like, "Oh," I'm like, they just have to prove they're the number one fan, and I always think like, can't we all just be fans? You know what I mean?
Right, there's no rank here. It's not like being the biggest fan of anything earns you money. It doesn't.
Yeah,
You're
I
known
know.
among the other fans, like, oh yeah, they go hard, they're hardcore. Okay, well that's cool, I guess, but you're also not helping your own life by being a fan of a group or a team or whatever. Like I'm all for enjoying the art or the spectacle or whatever. That's cool. I totally get that.
Hmm.
But if you're pulling rank on other people that also enjoy what you enjoy, you should be bonding with them and enjoying it together, not
Right,
trying to shade them because they might know one less factoid or whatever.
right, right. I just find it's like. human behavior, man, is weird, right? Like,
Fascinating.
it is, and it's like they feel like, "Well, I know this detail. You don't know that? Oh, well, I" it's just it's wild. I find it fascinating, and
It is.
I don't feel bad for those people. I just find it fascinating. Um, I forgot to grab my iPad because this kinda led me into another thought. Um, we're not gonna edit, so can you give me 1 sec? I think the iPad is out there.
Sure.
So give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Um, hopefully I don't knock the mic down and shit or the whatever. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Sorry, here I come. All right. So you had said something that kind of like I don't know, it just brought to my head. So, all right. I was thinking this at work and I thought this would be really interesting to ask you. The Mandela effect, right?
Yeah.
You're very smart. You're very intelligent. So you know exactly what that is. I kind of I had an idea.
Do
I
you
had
want
an
to
idea.
paraphrase it for the people that might one day be watching this video?
That's why I had to grab my iPad because I would like to actually read the definition instead of like ad lib it because I won't articulate it correctly. So
Okay.
give me 1 sec. Here we go. Um, let's say the definition first, right? I'll try not to make it as boring. All right, and I don't have my reader, so okay. It says the Mandela effect is a type of false memory that occurs when many different people incorrectly remember the same thing. One is that's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
It refers, I'm sorry, it refers to a widespread false memory that I never knew. Here's the thing I didn't know it was named after this guy. I will start again. It refers to a widespread false memory that Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s. That's how it started. I didn't know that's where it got its name from. Did you?
I did.
Huh.
I started to watch a movie about it, and I
Really?
lost interest
Oh.
because it got like too cerebral, where I
Um,
couldn't have any interest in why this was all happening. Like it was just all about the slow music as the guy slowly realizes, oh my god, the Monopoly guy never wore a monocle, and it's like, all right, that's cool. Like I get
right.
it. It's weird. It's weird.
Right.
But I lost interest in the movie. But I do remember that that was like one of
Okay.
the one of the touchstones for that concept was a lot of people thought Nelson Mandela, who was arrested in South Africa for
Right.
wanting equal rights against apartheid, and black
Mhm.
people did not have rights in South Africa,
Mhm.
which is weird because it's Africa and that's primarily where black people live. So it's strange that they didn't have rights there, but never mind that.
Yeah. Right.
So he was arrested for that and served many, many years unjustly in prison as like
Yes, he did. Mhm.
political activists. You can't be telling people
Okay.
why they're being mistreated, all that. And yeah, there was a misconception that he died in prison, even though he never did. I
Right.
do remember that movie with Matt Damon, Invictus. He like because he later became president of South Africa after they ended
Mhm.
apartheid. So I
Mhm.
remember he was like speaking to the soccer team. I never saw the movie, but I saw the previews.
Oh, I know what you're
So
yeah, yeah. I didn't
yeah,
see
so
it,
he
but
was
I
like
know what you're talking about.
speaking to them, like trying to inspire them, like this would be a huge win now that apartheid's over and whatnot. So I never thought he died in prison, but many people did, even though that was never reported. So it's kind of strange that people would have that thought.
I didn't think he died in the 80s. I thought he died in the late 90s in prison. But anyway, I never knew it was named after him. Never knew that. So I find that very interesting. And I'm not quizzing you and I'm not challenging you at all. But
I know that.
And I'm not going to go to the common ones like, oh, the Monopoly guy or the Bernstein or Berenstein Bears. I'm not going to do that. But there were some other ones here that I was looking at that I was like, oh my gosh, I know, right? Do you want to go through some of them?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would just like to know. Like I said, I'm not challenging you.
I understand.
It's for fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so like Britney Spears is one of them. Have you heard this one?
No.
In the "Oops, I Did It Again" like video, and I have seen this before. They said, "Oh yeah, she's dancing, she does her moves." And they say she's wearing a headset. I remember her wearing a headset. Have you ever seen the video?
Yeah, that was a lot of
The
years ago.
the
I
"Oops, I Did It Again," not the cute one with the like little baby doll, like the little Catholic schoolgirl, not that one. The "Oops, I
that
Did It Again," the red
oop
leather outfit.
oh that you're no, Oops, I Did It Again was her first single off her first
Oh,
album where she is in the schoolgirl outfit on the cover. You're thinking of
no, no. Really? I
yeah.
don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just say, "Oops, I did it again." And you're probably right. You're probably right. I'm sure you're 100% correct. But the scene where she's in the red outfit, like, do you see, like, I remember seeing her with a headset. Do you?
I don't remember that. I thought that video is like the toxic one when she's in the red leather. But I don't remember her wearing a headset for that video. I think it was vaguely like space themed, if I can remember correctly. But I don't remember her wearing a headset.
You're very cute. I picked that one because I know that you liked her in that like little sexy like girl school outfit. But no, she did not have one on. But I never knew she was part of this whole thing.
I didn't either. I had no idea.
But you're right, man. She didn't have one on, but I saw her as that. All right, here's another one. I didn't know this was part of the. Do you mind if I keep going?
Not at all.
Because I'm doing ones that are like not like normal. Okay, the Looney Tunes, right?
Okay.
Looney, Looney, and the word tunes. Do you remember it being spelled? Like, how do you remember tunes being spelled when you saw it?
Tunes.
Mm-hmm. 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 That's how I spell it. That's how I saw it too. But many other people, they don't. They see it as Toons. That maybe that's a generational thing or something.
How is it really spelled?
The way you said it.
Oh,
T
okay. That's what
U
I thought.
T U N E S. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's a generational thing, maybe. Because
Maybe
I
it's
was like,
the
well, yeah.
maybe it's just people think cartoon, it's TON, and they
Right.
associate cartoons with Looney Tunes, and they just associate those two things so closely that they don't think it, excuse me, would be spelled differently for any reason.
Right. Oh, I agree with you. Have you ever heard of the tell me if you're getting bored. I just find these so interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
The Curious George thing. Have you ever heard
What?
about that?
What? No. What about
Okay.
Curious George?
Do you know who Curious George is? The
Yeah,
monkey?
the man in the yellow hat rescued Curious George or abducted him, whatever you want to say. I'm a chimpanzee supporter. I think he was abducted, but whatever. We'll go by what the book says. He
Well, yeah.
rescued him.
Well, they all look so happy in the zoos.
Right, right.
Okay. Did he have a tail or no tail? I was
Oh, he had
wrong.
he had a tail.
He didn't. Isn't that
Really?
crazy? Right. Isn't that insane? He
Uh,
didn't.
I I sit corrected. I
There
guess he
never.
didn't.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, it's backwards. So, isn't that insane?
Yeah, weird. I mean, it's
That
kind of weird
is.
that you draw a monkey without a tail. Or is it weird you would draw one with a tail when they don't have tails? That's really weird.
You're right, because not all of them do have tails. See, that
That's
one,
strange.
that's strange. Why
That is
did we
strange.
see him with a tail? That's weird. That's weird. That one's dumb.
Oh,
Let's
because
go.
cats and dogs are cute. They have tails. Curious George was cute. Must have a tail. I don't know.
Man, there's a lot in here. There's like stupid there's like freaking I'm trying not to swear. There's things with Febreze, there's things with Oscar Mayer, Skechers, Fruit Loops. Let's do that. We buy a lot of Fruit Loops.
We do buy Fruit Loops, yeah.
The word fruit. Fruit. Loops. Loops, right?
Yeah.
How do you think the word fruit was spelled?
No, I
Because
think
I
I think
screwed it
for
up.
Fruit Loops they spelled
The
F
word
R
fruit.
O O T L O O P S
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
because they line it up so that the O's are on top of each other, so it
Yeah.
like looks better.
I
That's
never thought.
marketing.
No, you're correct. I saw it the other way. Fruit. I know this is stupid and it's probably boring. There's a Monopoly guy. There was a big one here and I can't fucking. Oop, I'm trying to swear. Sorry. Okay. There's so many. It's ridiculous. All right, last one. Last one because it's probably boring for people. Last one. Well, I'm going to give you the choice. Do you want Kit Kat or Cheez-Its?
Kit Kat.
If okay. So, there is a describe. People are like, nope, it was this way. Was it spelled KIT hyphen KAT or KIT no hyphen KAT? How do you remember it?
I remember it how it is now, and the kit is above the cat, so there's no hyphen. Now, I can't say if that it used to be hyphenated, but the way I view it in my mind when I ask my brain what it looks like, it's the king size and it's the kit, and then below the kit is the cat, and there's no hyphen.
Well, they had according to this, they've never changed it. So you see it as no hyphen.
Yeah.
You're correct. I always saw it with a hyphen. Weird, right?
Yeah, it is strange.
Anyway, it's okay. I'm done with that. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to. The thought came in my head. I thought it was very interesting, and I wasn't like really wanting to like do like the normal ones. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. So I don't know. Human behavior, man. It's wild, man. How your brain works.
It is.
And speaking of that,
Hey,
you
can we pause for 30 seconds?
sure.
Okay, I'm going to pause the recording and we'll be right back. All right, we're
Okay.
back.
Yeah. Well, we can edit that, and they won't even know we paused.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So Mandela effect. We were talking about.
Yeah.
Human. It's crazy, right? Human behavior and shit. I'm trying to
Yeah.
swear. Sorry, trying to swear. Um. Aren't dreams amazing? I woke up a few days ago, and I had like a wild little dream. There's a bug in here. It went into the light fixture. Okay, there's a bug in here, but ah,
You going to be able
dreams.
to handle that bug?
Let's talk about dreams. Ew, it has this weird exoskeleton on it.
Do I need to come in there and kill it?
If it starts to fly, I need you to because it's black and it has legs. Okay, I can't look. I won't look at. Oh, are you coming to kill it?
Mm-hmm.
It's right here. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I can't stand it. I can't stand bugs. You fucker. I'm trying to swear. Okay. It's coming in and out of the light fixture. Give it 1 second. It's gonna crawl out. Oh, you see it? See it? See it? Get it? Get it? Oh, you're so good. Thank you. And you even got like the last of its guts. Thank you so much. Oh, he's so good. He's so good. I hate bugs. I truly have a fear of bugs, and he's so good that he just kills them all for me. Oh, he's so sweet. Oh, thank you. Thank
It's the
you.
small things that matter to women.
Yeah, yeah. To me, at least, yes. Oh, oh, that made me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much.
Oh, I just can't. Geek. But it's gone. You took care of it. Oh, thank you. All right. You have a beautiful mind. You really do. And that's why I guess why I'm asking you these questions, because you have a really well, you're very intelligent, and you have a very you know, thought-provoking type mind, right?
Well, thank you.
So I find like our conversations are very interesting at times. So I like that we're recording them.
Yeah.
So like dream, all right. I had a dream, and it was like I woke up, I felt happy. I was like, what the heck was that? Like it was so weird, but it still made me feel happy, right? Do you remember your dreams?
Sometimes, typically, right after I wake up, I can remember
Oh
my
yeah.
dream. And then later on, they like fade away, and I can't remember them.
Really?
It just
Huh. That's
there's
interesting.
yeah, there's been a few dreams that I've been able to remember. Sometimes there's recurring themes. Um,
Really?
me being able to fly is a recurring theme in my dreams. But the problem is, I realize I can fly, and then I want to like fly like up, and then I'm looking down at the world as I go up,
Uh-huh.
and then at a certain point, my brain can't visualize what it would look like, and then I realize it's a dream, and then I wake up.
That's amazing. Okay. I just want to stick on that for a second. I have had dreams where I fly. When I was younger, not when I was not as an adult, when I was younger, a teenager. But I could never fly high. I was always flying like right above the surface of the earth, like right above the grass, right? I could like
Right.
feel the grass on my face. Could you fly high?
I mean, in my dreams I do, and then when I
Really?
look down, like my brain can't
Okay.
visualize what it is to be 400 feet in the air.
Right.
If I was a pilot or something, or a skydiver, those dreams could probably be really badass. But like, I went
But ultimately,
skydiving once, and so therefore my brain probably doesn't remember how things look when you're 1,000 feet in the air. So like, yeah,
okay,
I've
so
had some badass dreams, man. I've been able to move shit with my mind like a Jedi and stuff. Like I have good dreams. Um,
well, let's get into that in one second. So when you fly, you're above. You can fly high.
it's like,
When you
I
have
mean, there's
fun,
like stages to it. It's like I realize I can fly. People don't believe me. Then I fly like levitate in the air, and they're like, "Holy shit!" And then I'm like, "Now watch this." And then I like zoom up towards the sky, and then I look down, and then and then I like wake up or whatever
hmm,
because my brain's like, "Nah, can't do it. Don't know what it looks like to be 300 feet in the air, so it can't make it real. It can't convince my subconscious can no longer trick itself into like it being a good dream, and then I wake up.
okay. Okay. All right. Um, you're funny, Jason. You're funny. So you said that you can remember them as soon as you wake up, but then like as time goes by, you don't remember them. Like if
Yeah.
you're at work, and you go, "Wow, I had a weird dream," but and you can go, "Oh wait, I can't remember my dream." You just knew it was weird. Is that how you feel?
Like right when I wake up, I'll be able to tell you like, oh man, and sometimes I have, not often, but sometimes I'm like, man, that dream was really weird. There was this,
Hmm.
that going on, and this was happening. But then like by the time I like get to work or like a few hours later, I don't even I don't think about it. So then
Mm.
like because like universally, no one really cares about your weird ass dreams. I mean, it's just no, no, stop, no,
No,
stop.
no, I'm agreeing with you. Meaning, like, nope, no,
Right,
nobody
right.
cares.
Nobody cared. Nobody cared. I
I
had this
agree
weird
with you.
dream where I met the Dalai Lama, and then he stabbed the
Right,
Pope, and then I punched Jesus in the mouth, and then I saved the world. Like, oh, cool. That's
right,
wow. You
right.
really
It
did it, didn't you?
No,
I'm
I'm totally agreeing with you.
so
No one gives
like
a
it's
fuck about your dreams except for
right.
you.
Nobody cares. Nobody
It
cares.
it means nothing to anybody else except
We
for you.
that one therapist we talked to was like
Which
even
one? We've had a few.
the one when Rachel moved in, the the younger guy that
Oh
apparently
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
like
You
me
didn't
that I
like him.
found
You
out
didn't
like
like.
20 years later.
Oh yeah, you didn't like each other. Now stop it. It doesn't matter. Dreams. Go
In
ahead. What
any
do you
case,
say?
he said, "Oh, people tell me the dreams, and it's not really what was in the dream. It's like what kind of emotion was being conveyed or whatever. Like
Hmm.
if you're running, you're trying to escape. If you're
It's true
trapped,
though.
you feel like in a corner. Like
Well, it's true.
yeah, no, it was sound psychological advice.
Have you ever had dreams about snakes?
Not that I can remember.
Wow, really? What do you think you dream about the most? Whatever you can remember.
I don't know. I take medication to help me fall asleep.
Mhm.
So I don't remember a lot of my dreams. I did have a
Mm.
weird dream last week where
Tell me,
I'm
I'd
in
love
my
to hear it.
dream. I'm in my dream, right? And I'm
Mhm.
talking to someone and I hear and then I'm like, and literally ask the guy, what's that noise all about? And he's
It's
like,
your phone going off. You need to wake up
right,
and go to work.
exactly. It was weird. My brain literally heard my alarm, but
Jason,
decided
that's
to
so
just incorporate
funny.
that into the dream. I'm not even joking. It was fucking weird.
Well,
It
yeah, that
was
makes
it was weird.
yes, but that makes sense. I've
Yeah,
had dreams. Yeah. I've had dreams where my alarm's going off, and it was the old school alarms, like it's the radio alarm, not your
yeah,
phone, and it would be like a and then I remember dreaming, thinking like a freaking garbage truck, and I was like in my bed, and I'm like, God, it's so loud, it's waking me. No, so that totally makes sense. That totally
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Absolutely, that makes sense. You are so funny.
Thank
You're
you.
so funny. But you said that you have like a reoccurring dream, or you have the same dreams. Is that what you said? Am I
Uh,
wrong?
Me being able to fly in my dreams is somewhat reoccurrent. Now, when I say reoccurrent, I don't mean like every night this week, not like that, but like
Of course not.
over 45 years, I've had that dream a lot.
Have you had a dream that you've woken up and you were like afraid, like it scared you, like what the I'm trying not to swear. What was oh my god, what the F was that? Like, it freaked you out. You ever have a dream like that that you can recall?
Not that I can recall right now.
Mhm.
No, I haven't had one like that. I have
Never?
not that I can recall. Um
That's good.
I think a lot of what you like the media you watch can have a direct impact into what you dream about. And I know for a fact that what you do at your job can have a direct impact on your dreams. When we first hooked up and Dustin got me that job at ITS where I was checking in the trucks and punching in the
My God.
container numbers on the semis, bringing in the stuff and punching them out. So it was like all day long, all I was doing was punching in the 4 letters and the 5 or 6 numbers for those steamship yard containers coming and going. You had to punch them all in.
Mhm.
And then the guy I was working with on the booth, Amir, is like, "You're gonna dream about this job when you sleep." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay. I did though. I did." Because you're doing it like 600-700 times a day. You're punching this stuff in. So you're doing it. It's so repetitive that I did dream about it, which was wild. It was wild.
Do you think that you only dreamt about it because he put that thought in your
No,
head, so
I think it's
subconsciously you
just
did
the
it?
repetition was so much. I would love if this gets posted and people watch it. I would love to hear if somebody that works at Amazon could post, yeah, I sort packages all day and I've dreamt about it,
Mm,
because I think it does happen. I think if you do something to like an extreme like that where you're doing it hundreds and hundreds of times a day,
mhm,
yeah, dreaming is your subconscious, like releasing stress and working through your issues and like all sorts
mhm.
of stuff. I could totally see if you do something compulsively that then you would dream about it. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, well, yeah, it's all stuck in your subconscious, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Do you have a dream that you've remembered where it's been like, "Aw," like, have you ever dreamt about, like I don't know, I have dreams, like, for many years, I did not dream of well, I did not dream about my parents, right? They're both gone. Both my parents are
Mhm.
dead. I didn't have dreams about them. And then when I was an addict, I would have dreams where my father was very disappointed in me. He didn't speak, he just kind of nodded his head like, he's right. So now that I'm not like a drug addict, um, I'll have dreams where they're both there, right? And I don't feel like, oh, mom, dad. I use whatever. Now it's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Right? Do you have dreams where you wake up and you're kind of like, huh, like that was kind of,
I've had dreams
hmm,
of I've had dreams of Grant and my sister,
mm, yeah,
probably the two closest people to me that I've lost.
yeah.
Um so
I,
I've had dreams of them, yeah.
yeah. So when you wake up, are you sad when you wake up? Or are you happy? Or are you kind of like in between? Like,
I guess I'm neutral.
mm-hmm,
If I'm sad, it's because they're dead.
yeah,
I'm not sad that I had the dream of them. Um,
mm-hmm,
I wish that there was some sort of thing where they were reaching out or I was reaching out. Maybe I made their afterlife better, but I don't really have it in me to believe in that. So
mm.
I just am kind of neutral about it. And
Well, that's what I love about dreams is that you get to see them again.
true, absolutely true.
Isn't
I
right?
did get to see him again.
Right, 'cause I'm with you, honey. I don't believe that that's them reaching out, but
Yeah.
at least I get to see them again. And the cool
But I
thing
had
is
with Grant, I had a really in depth one, man, where like it
mhm,
was, and this is a dream I do remember where it was like, he's dead, but then it was like he came back and he's like, no, I was never dead. And it was this whole thing, man. It was this whole scenario where he was still alive and he like,
mhm,
no, I faked my death, and like, but not in like a dickish way, but just like No,
But
I
no,
just
in a Grant way.
yeah, it's just
Yes.
so
He was very unique, man. I know people don't know who Grant is. We don't have to get into it because that'll go too long. But
yeah,
he was a
someone we
close
cared
friend.
about.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
and
that
he's no longer with us, and
unalived himself. That's what you have to say. Unalived himself, and
he's
I think
not with
that's great.
us, and the world would be a better place if he was. That's all you can say.
Sure, but I mean, whatever. I'm not saying anything that's wrong. I just
No,
this will go out on YouTube, and I know the terms that you're supposed to use,
yeah,
and that's what it is. I think that's great, and that is a total like major like you totally got him down to a T. That dream you had, like that's him.
yeah,
Totally, totally, totally. So yeah, that's how I see dreams. Honestly, I used to be sad when I'd wake up and be like, "Oh, I dreamt of my dad." I used to feel sad and like harbor that. I don't anymore. Because it's like, oh my God, at least I got to fucking see them. Oh, sorry. And then it's like the cool thing about when you have your dreams, most of the time, only I guess I can speak for me, you only see them and they look good and they're happy, right? Yeah, for me, they're like in their like they're happy and they look good and you know what I mean? For me, it's pretty cool. Anyway, I think dreams are really wild. I don't know. I like it. I just had a cool dream, and so it just like made me like think about dreams. And I was at work, and I was like, I wonder if he dreams this. Whatever.
yeah,
We all, um, we all have those stupid dreams, and you wake up and you're like pissed at the other person. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah,
I'm talking more about like those dreams where it's like you get to see those people that you haven't seen because they're gone.
yeah,
And what a beautiful gift that our mind gives us. Truly. What a
absolutely,
beautiful gift. It really is. Because you can't see those people anymore. But when you're dreaming, you can see them in a picture, but when you're dreaming, you're interacting with them, right? You're talking and you're touching and you're having emotion. What a beautiful gift our mind gives us. Truly.
absolutely,
It really is. It is.
it
And
is.
so, speaking of the mind and how unique people are and how weird the universe is, right? Aliens. Do you believe in aliens or no?
I do, I do, and I think that um, some of the smartest people that have ever lived, like Stephen Hawking, says
Mhm.
it's statistically impossible, given the size of the universe, that we're the only intelligent life.
Mhm.
So there is intelligent life out there, and it would not be close to Earth. Um, I do think it's more likely than not that there have been like UFOs, that there have been stuff from other planets that like crash Earth or whatnot. I, I I find it hard to believe that if you had the technology to explore the universe, that you wouldn't. You'd want to see what else was out there.
Mhm.
You'd
Mhm.
want to explore because I know humans and they explored this planet and really as soon as they could, as soon as there were ships where they could just sail, as soon as there were horses or camels they could ride, they had to explore. They had to see what was out there. It's exciting. It's
Mhm.
exciting to forge a new path and see what's out there. That is something that is intrinsic not to humans but to life. That is something life does. It's got to test the boundaries and see what's out there. There's absolutely aliens. There's no doubt in my mind.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't promise you that a UFO crashed Earth, but I think if you have, I absolutely think that that happened. I don't know about them abducting people and stuff. I think that's kind of
Mm.
bullshit. But I
Do
think,
you?
yeah, I don't think they would need to. I don't see what they have to gain with all that.
Mm.
But I think surveillance and like exploring, yeah, yeah, I think that's very likely that
You.
there are well there I would bet my life that there is intelligent life in the universe other than humanity. I bet my life on that. I know that's true. And I know the nature of life is that you want to, if you had a spaceship, wouldn't you want to see what is out there? Wouldn't you want to travel the universe? Like, how appealing is that? I get to go see other planets, other worlds. I get to see other suns. I get to see, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's awesome. So Lucas
Mm-hmm.
did Star Wars back in '77, right? 70,
75, something like that.
something like that.
I was born
This
in
is the whole idea
76.
is like crazy cool. Like the universe
Mm-hmm.
is so massive. There's so many
Mm-hmm.
solar systems with suns and with planets. It's like billions. It's insane. Yeah, there's intelligent life out there, and there's absolutely the ability to develop technology where you could reach these other places. So I don't know.
You all right?
Yeah, I had to burp. I don't know if aliens have been here or not. I can't like. What do I know? But I think there's
No, I
intelligent.
asked your opinion.
In my opinion, yes, there's intelligent life in the universe other than humanity. Absolutely, 100% yes.
Cool. All right. So our show is called One Last Question.
Yes.
So I have one last question, baby.
What is that?
NYPD Blue. Why? What is it? Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is that you really like about it. Tell me. I love it.
It
I love it.
is.
And I'm not dogging you, baby. But
I know that.
here's the thing. He loves the vintage NYPD Blue, and he and even the way he watched it, he didn't start it from season one. What season did you start?
I started season 3 and watched it to the end, and then went back to season 1,
Right, which is so fucking
Tarantino
awesome.
style.
Total, right? But there's something about that show, man. So tell me,
I I would.
NYPD Blue. Why? That's my last question.
I think my attachment to that show was when I moved out of my mom and stepdad's house and moved in with a friend, and we worked different shifts, and I wouldn't didn't have much of a social life because I lived farther away from all my friends. So I
Mm-hmm.
would go home and drink and smoke a bowl, and I would look forward to watching that every night because I never watched it. It was already on like reruns or whatever.
Can I ask you a
But
question?
yeah,
How old were you when you were doing this?
I was 22.
Okay, I just want to give a little bit of like substance to like,
Yeah,
yeah. So you were, it was over 20 years ago.
yeah.
All right,
But
cool.
I enjoyed the show, and maybe it was the weed and alcohol that made me like it. I know I
Hmm.
saw a few episodes when it was like originally on when I was a teenager. I was probably rubbing one out to like one of the random side boob shots, knowing me when I was like 14. But I know, but when I was older, when I was like 22 or something, I just I don't know. I like the show, and I saw it on Hulu, and we paid for the no commercials, and I thought, oh, I like that show. It's just nostalgia. It's just
Hmm.
something that once brought you some level of happiness, and so you
Hmm.
think maybe it'll make me happy again. It's part of how the human mind works. You don't
Yeah.
really You don't really think about what else could make me happy. You often think about what has made me happy. Let's go with what we know. So let's try to find any new source of happiness, right?
Oh, I agree. So then here it is. Does it make you happy?
It does make me happy. I enjoy that show, and I know
Mm-mm.
it's something that applies to me because I'm 45 and I'm watching something 20 years ago. I go downstairs and my stepdad's watching the Rockford Files, which was
Mhm,
probably something he watched when he was in his 20s.
mhm,
You're tied to the time you're born in,
mhm,
and you're also tied to the time you were like at your peak,
mhm.
and something that reminds you of that time,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna feel a connection with, however irrelevant it might be to your current life.
I don't find it irrelevant. I think it's adorable and I love it. I do. So, anyway, this is all I got. That's the last of my questions. Thank you for answering them honestly. I
Of
appreciate
course.
that. And you are absolutely gorgeous and I love you. And I can't wait for us to end this video and you give me a big kiss.
Absolutely.
I love you.
And anybody who watches this, thanks for watching.
Oh, and
Glad you're
subscribe.
here.
And subscribe
We
and like
couldn't
the
have done it
video.
without you, even though we just did. Shh.
And subscribe and like.
And subscribe and like and buy me dinner. Okay.
Because we want to go live, so we need the views.
That's right. That's right.
All right, listen, I'm going. I love you, baby.
I love you too, baby. Mwah.